Welcome back, NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode of Music with Nick. Today we got a marathon by JK that is dedicated to Steve Earle. I got some information here that JK provided me with and the list of songs. First of all, thank you JK for sponsoring the video. I appreciate it. And thanks to you, everybody for tuning in for today's episode. Steve Earle, and let's get going with the marathon. So there were some changes. There were two songs that I'd done before by Steve Earle, and they were actually provided by Sidecar Dog. So I wanted to thank you for that as well, of course, for those tracks. But yeah, so here's the list that we have for these for this Steve Earle marathon, and we're gonna start it off with Someday. This is from Guitar Town 1986. Then we have I Ain't Ever Satisfied from the album Exit Zero from 1987. Then we're gonna do Snake Oil from the album Copperhead Road 1986. So Copperhead Road is the song that I've done, and also Guitar Town is the song I had done from the same album as Someday. This is 1986. Then Waiting on You from Copperhead Road as well, 1986. And we're going to close it with Billy Austin from the album The Hard Way, 1990. And he says here, JK, be sure to bring up the lyrics on this one. And I will, on all of them. And also, the first thing he wrote to me here, Jake, was Steve Earle is an alternative country rock singer-songwriter who made a big splash in the 1980s. All right. Well, thank you so much for that, for the introduction. I appreciate it. And let's get into it, Let's get into Steve Earle. We got everything loaded up. And again, like I said, thank you so much. If this is your first video ever, leave a comment, like the video, maybe share it with someone, with your family, friends, who are into this music. And maybe subscribe to the channel if you like the material. I appreciate it very, very much. So here we go with Someday, Steve Earle, Guitar Town. Here we go.
There ain't a lot that you can do in this town.
Love the voice, man.
Drive down to the lake and then you turn back around. You go to school and you learn to read and write, so you can walk into the county bank, sign away your life. Now I work at the filling station on the interstate.
Very good, man. I love the lyrics. I was also listening to the lyrics, of course. But yeah, I love how catchy his voice is and his, the rhymes of everything, and great slide guitar there. Or yeah, I think it's a slide. But just the whole sound of it, very cool. And but yeah, I totally know what he's talking about. I know a lot of people who pretty much never left, the place of where they're, from, and because it is kind of like, it's weird to leave, where you're from. And because first of all your family is there, all your friends are there, brothers and sisters sometimes, and you just like stay, and Alexia and I, we've always been kind of like on the road because, like, well, I was born in Germany and then I literally left the entire continent, and then she was born in the States and then she moved around all over the country and then moved to Mexico, and that's where we met. And then we've moved around quite a lot. We've moved to, yeah, we moved to from one city to another city that was 6 hours away, and then we moved to the States, to Florida, and then we moved to Colorado. So there's a lot of distance that we've done, that we've traveled together, just like living in different parts of the world, and sometimes it's really hard to get out of that same place that you're familiar with. Like, remember when we lived in Florida, we knew this couple, very, very nice people, and they rented us the house next to them, and they had been born there in Fort Meade. I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you know where Fort Meade is. It's about an hour away from Orlando. And they were born there, went to kindergarten there, went to school, high school, college, everything, and still live there, married there, and have never been anywhere else. I mean, I'm sure they've been to Orlando or Winter Haven or Tampa, whatever's around, but they've never left the country or even the state, and that's just the way it is sometimes, but I love that he was like, someday I'm just gonna grab my 67 Chevy and I'm gonna hit the highway, It's really cool, really, really cool. And it's the typical, that you get into sports because that's your way, through college sometimes, depending if you're good. And the whole thing, I really liked it. Really cool. So, okay, let's go to the next song. Steve Earle, and I really love his voice. He has a really nice voice, and I don't know, there's some really nice music in here, So Steve Earle and the Dukes. This is from Exit Zero. I ain't ever satisfied is the next song. Here we go. Let's pull up the lyrics.
I was bound by the railroad track. Well, the train whistled well and a whale right back. Well, Papa left Mama when I was quite young. Said now one of these days you're gonna follow me, son.
cool lyrics again, and also the music, you know. So there's a couple of things that I can relate to. So what the house that I was born in Waldrudering in Munich, it was also like literally just 5 minutes away. You could always hear the train drive by, and it was part of, there was a train track, but there was also the metro track. And we would fool around on those tracks, of course, and put coins on there and, you know, Hot Wheels and the stuff that you do, you know, when you're small. And so, yeah, that was kind of cool that he mentioned that. And unfortunately, yes, my dad also left my mom when we moved to Mexico for someone younger. So, but I was never like, oh, I'm going to follow you. And the whole girlfriend thing, of course, you know, it's a nice tune of, you know, growing up, you know, like whenever I watch movies like Stand By Me, you know, that's the coming of age. I love that kind of stuff. And that's what that feels like, this song. But I just love that the way he's able to write everything, you know, the lyrics and then the chorus is very effective. The wow. You know, really cool, really easy to digest music. I really like the guy, really, really cool. And it just sounds really, really good. Timeless, very timeless, you know. This music, you'll be able to listen to this in another 20 years. It's going to feel exactly the same, you know. It's good stuff. And he has he has almost 3 million listeners, you know, monthly. That is very hard, you know, to achieve. Very cool. And he's on tour too. Nashville, Philadelphia, May 25th, May 31st. Let's see if he comes to Denver. August 3rd. That would be kind of cool to see. So it's going to be Reckless Kelly with Steve Earle. August 3rd. Maybe check him out, you know. Now I just realized that all this is UMG. I hope they don't block it, but it depends really also on the artist, you know. If it's, maybe they'll block it and then I can dispute it and then they'll leave it, you know. They'll just leave it. Let's see what happens. Sometimes when you mix too many, you know, if it's the same artist all the entire marathon, that's when it kind of gets a little bit tricky sometimes. But it really depends on the studio, you know, like, and how YouTube kind of like reacts to the whole thing. Like if 3 songs are blocked, then most likely the whole marathon gets blocked, and then I can kind of dispute that. But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, you know. So out of the 2,000 videos, 5 times it's been like, I can't do anything, you know. It's just like, yeah. All right. So next up is we're going to play 2 songs from the same album, Snake Oil, Copperhead Road, and Waiting on You. So let's go with Snake Oil first. But yeah, so far I'm loving this. Very, very cool, relatable lyrics, very easy music to get into, not too complicated, not too saturated. There's no solos, there's no time signature changes. It's nice, you know, to sometimes listen to something just normal, you know. Very, very, very good. All right, here we go. It's Snake Oil.
1, 2, 3, 4. I was gonna count down. Well, I like that echo. Goes right through my head. It's like I had that happen once, but it's chemically induced. It's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ladies and gentlemen, attention please. Come in close so everyone can see. I got a tale to tell. Listen, don't cost a dime. If you believe that, we're gonna get along just fine. Now I've been traveling all around. I heard troubles come to your town. I got a little something guaranteed to ease your mind. called Snake Oil, y'all's been around for a long, long time. Rock! Well, your crops will burn if it don't rain soon. Ain't seen a drop since the 10th of June. Well, I can open up the sky, people have no fear. If you ain't impressed yet, tell me what you wanna hear. Well, you lost your farm, so you moved to town. Get that job or shut the factory down. Now you sit around all day long feeling sad and blue. You need Snake Oil, yeah, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Step right up.
Very cool.
I knew there was
Oh,
first taker on this album somewhere.
okay. This reminded me a little bit of a place we went to. We drove from Florida to Missouri to visit some older family of Alexia's mom, and they're all from Missouri, and on the way, or I think on the way back, we went to this restaurant. They had literally like this old piano, and they were playing like ragtime like this. And maybe if you know this restaurant, look, basically the whole thing, what they do there is there's all these waiters, and they put on the show, and they literally throw you bread from all the way across the restaurant. They spot, like, you want some, and it's like this warm bread, and they just like literally throw it, like, it's, oh my God, it's a trip over, like, I don't know, like 10 tables, and then you have to catch it. If you don't catch it, then I guess you still eat it, but it was a trip, and it reminded me of the music in that place. It reminded me totally of this honky tonk kind of thing. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about, if you've ever been to this restaurant. I think it's a chain, and it's very, very good. It's, it's Southern, comfort food. And I think we had like wings, or I don't know what it was. But I just remember that they would throw you like this bread from like literally, I don't know, 20 yards away, like ridiculous. And it was just a great time. So yeah, this one was different. This one had a solo, beautiful. And I love the vibe, I love the Southern rock vibe of this. So this is the next one here is from the same album. And Snake Oil, Waiting on You is the next one. Is that the next track on the album? No. So now I've heard Copperhead Road, Snake Oil, and then Waiting on You. So it's not the next song. So I was just like, well, maybe they'll bleed into each other, but no. All right, here we go. Waiting on You.
Here comes the night. Day brings no light. For wrong or right, I'm here waiting on you. Words cut too deep. Oh, ghosts won't sleep. They'll never keep me from waiting on you. Breathing out, breathing in. Holding out, giving in. Doing with or without. For a lifetime. Just a lifetime. I can't let go. I wait for you. Till hair goes cold. I wait for you. You're all I know. I wait for you. Breathing out, breathing in. Holding out, giving in. Doing with or without, waiting on you. Don't show love. Walk on, walk town. Behind this wall, I'm still waiting on you. Breathing out, breathing in. Holding out, giving in. Doing with or without. For a lifetime. Just a lifetime. I
Yep. Very cool how he used those lyrics, twice. Because I was like, oh, it's a shorter one, the lyrics, and he just like goes back and reuses the second half, and it works so well, and great music, very, very catchy, but I can also relate, like, like when he's like, I'm gonna wait for you, no matter what, till hell goes cold. I think that's like for a lot of people, at least for me, I can say this from my own experience, like the unhappiest moments of my life were always when I was like unhappy in love, or like not in love, or that's, isn't that crazy? Those were the unhappiest memories that I can think of. That's when I was like not hungry, or I didn't want to do anything, and it happened a couple of times, and until I met Alexia, of course, we've never been in some sort of fight or separated ever, So I don't even remember. I do remember what it feels like, but I haven't felt that in so long, and I'm happy. I'm very grateful that I don't have to feel this. It's just like I just wish everybody had, this person, and I know there's a person for everyone, in this world, but sometimes I see a lot of videos of people that are just, alone, and they're like unhappy because they can't find a loved one, it's just, it's sad, man. Like it's like the worst feeling to not be able to love or receive love, It's just like, I guess, an emptiness, and like I see, I not that I watch these videos, but I just stumble across them, of people that are like, hey, I can't find anyone, and it's like, I'm so unhappy, and I'm just like, man, I'm sorry, it's the worst feeling, to or to lose your girlfriend, or maybe you were in love, and then you break up, and it's the worst feeling, so I guess, or just if you lose someone, like your spouse, and they're just gone, then I don't even know what happens then, so yeah, I know a lot of people that have lost their loved ones, and it's just like, yeah, it's crazy. I can't even imagine. But yeah, that's why that song, I know what it feels like to wait, and to be like, I'm just gonna wait, until you decide to be with me. Or, although, I mean, that's also very egocentric, to think, because what if that person just doesn't feel the same, Yeah, but I guess, again, like I said, there's someone for everyone, you just have to sometimes wait. And I know also some people in the family, in our family, that can't really find someone, and I always tell that certain person, like, just don't look, don't. That's because when I stopped looking, that's when I found, the love of my life, which is Alexia, like I was just like, okay, I'm done. I'm not gonna look anymore. And then it just happened by itself, and that's the best person that I've ever known, is the one that I'm with now. And I wasn't even looking, I guess that's how the world works, I guess, sometimes. Okay, so this last one, Billy Austin, by Steve Earle and the Dukes, The Hard Way, and this is from 1990. I really like this man's music. It's really heartfelt, it's short and sweet, it has beautiful lyrics. So this is the one that JK wanted me to actually pay attention to. I've been paying way too much attention to the lyrics today, but I like that, when I figure out, okay, this is not going to be about, time signatures and scales and then I just, focus on the lyrics, because the music is just repetitive and it's great, but it's like nothing really I don't really have to like focus too much, because it's just, obviously this man's idea is to express his lyrics, the music is just the tool to do it. And then there's some musicians who are like all about the music and the lyrics, and they don't care about that at all. So it's, so this is the longest track. Here we go. Billy Austin. Let's check the lyrics.
My name is Billy Austin. I'm 29 years old. I was born in Oklahoma, quarter Cherokee, I'm told. Don't remember Oklahoma, it's been so long since I left home. Seem like I've always been in prison, like I've always been alone. Didn't mean to hurt nobody, never thought I'd cross that line. I held up filling station like I'd done 100 times. The kid done like I told him, and he lay face down on the floor. Guess I'll never know what made me turn and walk back through that door. The shot rang out like thunder. My ears rang like a bell.
I'm sorry, I disconnected my headphones. Let's go back. Oh God, I know where this is going. Oh Lord. Beautiful so far, but I know where this is going. Okay.
The shot rang out like thunder. My ears rang like a bell. No one came running, so I called the cops myself. Took the time to get there, and I guess I could run. I knew I should be feeling something, but I never shed a tear once. I didn't even make the papers, 'cause I only killed one man. But my trial was over quickly when the long hard wait began. A court-appointed lawyer couldn't look me in the eye. He just 27 men here, mostly black, brown and poor. Most of them are guilty, but who are you to say for sure? So when the preacher comes to get me, and they shave off all my hair, could you take that long walk with me, knowing hell's waiting there? Could you pull that switch yourself, sir, with sure steady hand? Could you still kill yourself, sir, at your own better than I am? My name is Billy Austin. I'm 29 years old. I was born in Oklahoma, quarter Cherokee, I'm told.
Wow. Very good lyrics. Holy moly. But very sad, but you didn't get me, JK. I was about to break, but no. It's just very sad, man, the whole story. You know, and oh, man. But I mean, he did, you know, like, that's so crazy that he's like, I've done this 100 times before. And I guess he was robbing a gas station, and then he did kill someone. And then the crazy thing is about, like, he's like, when he says, you know, no one came running, so I literally called the cops myself. He's like, man, I messed up, you know. And then he's like, I wasn't even in the papers, but they gave him the death sentence. That's crazy. That's so crazy, you know. Especially because I know, I've heard lots of cases just from Alexia's, you know, when she worked as a public defender. And there was some crazy stuff. And I mean, I don't know, you know, every state is a little bit different. But yeah, I mean, that was just so odd. It was very hard when he was like, when they that's why I can't watch The Green Mile. I can't watch that movie. I watched it one time, and it's one of my favorite directors because of Shawshank Redemption, but I can't watch that movie because of that electric chair scene. I can't. And it's just so sad because, I mean, yes, I'm not saying, you know, he should go unpunished for killing a man, but the death sentence, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, you know. And I think a lot of states don't do that anymore. But yeah. You see, now I paid attention to all the lyrics, checking, not just this one. But yeah, that was sad because such a young man, you know. I mean, yes, he did mess up, but death to deserve death. And then he turned himself in. I don't know if that, you know, is if it makes the situation better if you like basically go away yourself and turn yourself in. I don't know, but just sad, you know. Very, very beautiful music, this whole thing. Thank you so much, JK. This was awesome. I just love him as a lyricist, and also great guitar. Like, even though it was just a couple of chords, but the way it was delivered and sung, I love his accent. And I just love his really cool, like, his lyrics. It says one of the most celebrated singer-songwriter of his generation. Wow. Thank you so much for the introduction, or the reintroduction, because Sidecar had already played me 2 of the tunes. That's why we had to change the marathon. But no biggie. Thank you so much, JK, for this awesome, set. And please let me know what you think of Steve Earle in the comment section. What do you think about his lyrics, his music, his style? And yeah, let me know. Thank you so much again for being here, for watching, for doing if this is your first time listening to some of these songs, you know how I feel. It's so exciting to hear new music, and this is what I love about doing this, the channel, yeah, definitely once we no longer do videos, I don't know when that will happen, but I'm sure gonna be a lot more like savvy in music. I've learned so much in these 3 years we've been doing the channel, and Alexia as well. She's like so amazed because we thought we knew pretty much a lot of music, and we were so wrong. There's so many artists, there's so much to discover. It's like it's almost impossible, to listen to it all. This was beautiful. Thank you so much, JK. Thank you everybody for watching. I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.